everyone. So branch weaving. So I was picking up all the sticks in the yard before we got 1 foot of snow. And I was thinking, what can I do with all these sticks? And I remember when I would go to summer camp as a kid, we would do branch weaving. And so I thought I'd bring it back retro style. So here is your supply list. If you can see that, you're gonna need a Y-shaped branch, some yarn, string, tape, and scissors. And some patience. This is a project that's probably suited best for middle school to adulthood, just because it requires a little bit of patience and finger dexterity, and you can get easily frustrated. So I don't want that to happen. So if you have all of those qualities, then this is a good project for you. And I like this project too because you can do it anywhere. All you need is a branch and some string. So sitting by the campfire or on a car trip or you know, walking in the wilderness, going for a purpose to collect sticks so that you can create really beautiful things. So here's what you do. You take your stick and you get your yarn or string or whatever you have, and you can do multicolors or just one color, but the first thing you have to do is caldal waft. So that's just creating your base for the rest of your weaving. So the first thing you're gonna do is tie it onto one side. So go ahead and do that. You can pause the video and come back. Once you have it tied on one side, you're gonna go ahead and just string it to the other side, wrap it twice, come to the other side, wrap it twice, and you're gonna go around the whole branch just like so. And there's gonna be some problem solving on these sticks because not everybody's stick is going to be the same. So you're going to have to decide which, where your starting point is and where your stopping point is based on the shape of your stick. So once you have it all the way to the top, you're going to tie it off just like you did at the bottom. So you're just going to make a knot, and this is probably one of the most difficult parts of the project because you have to knot it tightly. So there we go, I did one knot. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 knots just to secure it in place. And then you can go ahead and cut your string. So I'm gonna cut my string like so, and here I have the base for my weaving. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna grab any kind of string, yarn, whatever. I just cut this one random length. I'm not measuring, I don't measure ever, pretty much. And since most of us probably do not have a weaving needle, I have problem solved that with tape. So you're gonna cut a piece of tape off, and then you're just gonna go ahead and place it on the end of your yarn. You don't want it to fray, and you kind of want something a little bit hard to weave through. And I've got it so that it's semi-off. I don't know if you can see that, but it's off the tip of the yarn slightly so that I can use this as my needle to weave in and out. So then you get your branch, right? And you're gonna wanna start in the middle, and then you're going to leave a little bit dangling below. So you want to start maybe here, leave a little bit dangled below. You don't want to start at the ends because then you won't secure it through and it will pull through, and you don't want that. So here you have just a little piece of string at the bottom, and then you're going to start to weave. And when you weave, you want to go over, under, over, under, over, under. So I'm going to start my branch. So I just have it kind of like this. And so now I'm at the bottom, I'm gonna come back through, and it's gonna be the opposite of what I just did. So I went under that one, so now I'm gonna come back over, and I'm just gonna go over, under, all of my pieces here, like so, over, under, string it through, over, under, string it through, like so. So now I have my first row done. And you can just kind of finger comb it off to the side, or if you want to get fancy and use a fork, you can go like this and get them all off to the side. And you're just going to keep weaving back and forth until your string is all gone, and then you'll start with a new one. So here I am, here like so. Now I'm going to go back, but I'm going to do the opposite way of which it's hard for me to kind of show this because my videographer is sleeping, so I'm trying to do this on my own with the tools that I have, which aren't professional grade. Okay, so here we go. My second row is done, and I finger comb it over. Now I have 2 rows done, and you just let this little guy in the back hang, and we're gonna keep going. So again, around and opposite, over, under, the opposite of which I did on my last row. Come on, get through there. Pull it through. So you kind of get the gist, and you can use any kind of thickness of yarn. You can do thin, skinny, fat, whatever you have at your disposal. It will work out. And so you just keep weaving. I'm not going to do this whole one because that would take forever. But you're going to go ahead and do your whole weaving. And then you can let the ends dangle at the end, and you'll cut them at the very, very end. But you're going to go until you're all done with the string. Or if you've got enough of that color and you want to switch colors, then you're going to cut. You're just going to let it dangle in the back, and you'll cut them at the very, very end. But eventually, you're going to go ahead until you get something that looks like this. And then I had let all the ends dangle, and then I just cut them off at the very end. And then I even added some details of palms to the base of the branch. If you Google stick weaving or branch weaving, you'll see all different kinds of cool designs. So you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do. I can't wait to see what you end up creating. Again, post your finished products in the comments so that I can see what you've done. And if you have any questions, let me know. Enjoy!